Hello, everybody. So, sorry that I made a TikTok video, two videos of me and my fiance talking about gun stuff, and apparently the overlords at the TikTok did not take too kindly to that activity. So we will talk about it again, and we will put it on YouTube, on my X account, and back on Twitter again, because America. So, anyway, since TikTok decided to be a bunch of cunts and delete my two videos, yeah, fuck you, TikTok, you sorry bastards, fuck you. Um, that's what tyrants do. You suck. Anyway, could you look up that information of that gentleman again?
Alright, give me a minute.
So I'm going to make another video again, and this time I'm putting it on all three platforms, and at least on two of the three, on I put a couple videos on X, put a couple videos on YouTube, and Elon's been great. The CFO CEO of and the peeps over there at the YouTube corporate have been they've been great. They have not been a group of cunts like the TikTok overlords have been. So yeah, you people over there at TikTok, you're cunts. Stop being cunts. People don't like cunts. So on the Colt. So this here that I have in my hands is an 1872 open top. It's nickel plated. So on the Colt as well, you'll notice that the hammer has this shape to it, where it goes up. It kind of goes up and then it flares there at the end. You could probably see that. It goes up and then it flares. And also, if you notice that when you work the action, it's one click, and then that one click, I'll move this cleaning cloth out of the way for or the polishing rag. You'll see the ship engravings. I'm trying to focus the camera there. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I'm sorry if you guys can't see that. But yeah, there's a bit of a ship battle there. And then the way that the bullet engravings are in the actual steel.
It's not a ship battle, it's a ship scene.
Yeah, it's a ship scene, right?
It's not an actual battle per se. It's just an engraving that the W.L. Ormsby came up with because he liked ships and he liked the Navy.
And what year did he draw it up?
May of 1843.
Yeah, May of 1843. He drew up the design, and he was born in. What's a little bit more information about him?
Let me look that up just a second.
Anyway, the Colts will have 4 clicks. This one, there's one, and it'll spin the cylinder. And then there's 2, and that locks the cylinder. That's what we call a half cock. And then your full cock is 3. So this particular revolver, this 1872 open top nickel plated, this has 3 clicks. This particular revolver was made by Uberti in Italy, shipped in, and it was Cimarron was the distributor, and they have their main office is out of Fredericksburg, Texas. Beautiful piece. You could see the color of the of the wood. There. So, and then as far as that sheen on that steel of the nickel plating, whenever you turn it, it just sheens. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And as far as you can see, let me try to get this focused here, but you can see, I don't know if you can read that, but Uberti Italy Cimarron.
It says here, Ormsby was born in Hampton, Connecticut. He became an apprentice in an engraving shop at a young age. He was born September 9th, 1809. He attended the National Academy of Design in New York City in 1829. He then... Well, you want to read it?
Speak up.
You read it then.
Speak up.
As loud as my voice gets, you read it then.
Please. Just a little bit louder.
Read it.
Just read it then.
Upon graduating, he moved to Albany, New York, and then he moved to Lancaster, Massachusetts, where he worked for the firm of Carter, Andrews and Company. Eventually, he settled in New York City, where he founded the New York Bank Note Company and became one of the founders of the Continental Bank Note Company. What else do you want to know? I'm asking you, what else do you want to know?
Let's get into the revolver itself. What does it say about the revolver itself? Who was there anybody specifically going that was buying this particular revolver for any specific purpose?
1872? No, it just mentions the different Colts that he...
Well, you were saying something. You were saying something about people buying it that were going out west.
Mostly used by gold miners during the gold rush, but...
Okay. Did anybody else use this particular revolver style? Did any lawmen or?
Not that I see, but that one, the gold miners mostly use the 1851 Navy.
The gold miners love the 1851 Navy, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Did it say anything about them using any conversions from the black powder to the cartridge guns, or
I'd have to do more research.
Do more research on that. Okay. Yeah, it's. I know they sold the conversion cylinders, that switched over the 1851 to the 1870 revolvers, black powder, from the black powder cap and ball, where you would basically put it upright and you had a loading lever here, and basically you would peel it away and you would put your ball in each cylinder. You'd put it on one cock like I have now, and you would take that ramrod on the Colt or on the revolver itself, and you would press that ball into the actual cylinder itself. And then what you would do is after you put your powder, your black powder, because it was black powder revolvers, and then what you would do is you would put They put all sorts of different grease. They would put I heard someone say candle wax. Someone said beeswax. Um, they put uh,
You said that was an open top?
yes.
Mm.
Oh, they would put a there was a specific grease that they would put in here, and basically what that was when you shot one. So when you lined up your shot and you squoze off around, um, the revolver itself would not chain fire, which was all 6 cylinders firing at once. When you put that, whenever you would put that, whenever you would in the revolver itself, whenever you would put the whenever you would put that grease, it would stop a spark from going into a different chamber, and that would prevent a chain fire, which was really dangerous. And in battle, if you chain fired and shot all your rounds, you basically had a heavy handheld stick, one-handed stick, which is no good to anybody.
That actually was not the first one. The first one that was converted was 1858 New Army.
So the 1858 New Army was the first one converted.
Then the 1851 Navy conversion, 1860 Army conversion, 1871 early model open top, and 1872 late model open top.
So the 1851, 58, and the
1858, 1851 Navy, the 1860 Army, the 1871 open top, and the 1872 open top.
1860, that was the Colt Dragoon that you were talking about, wasn't it? It doesn't go in?
I'm on different websites.
Okay. I think the 1860 was the Colt Dragoon. If that's incorrect, guys, put it down in
This just says
the comments.
This just says the different styles that he worked on was Colt Walker, Colt Dragoon,
Yeah. I knew about the Walker and the Dragoon.
Colt model, 1849 pocket revolver. Colt.
Oh, that's news to me. The 1849 pocket revolver. That's the first time I've ever heard of that.
Colt 1851 Navy revolver and Colt model 1855 side hammer pocket revolver.
Oh wow. 1855 side hammer pocket revolver. That's the first time I've heard of that one too. And all of those were the father of the 1871 to 73 open top. And the open top, interesting enough, is the father to the 1873 Peacemaker. Interesting history. Which won the West? I'm just... Wow, a lot of history. A lot of history. And actually, the father of the cap and ball revolvers that started being made, when was the first cap and ball revolvers made?
Samuel Colt, February 25th, 1836.
Sam Colt, February
February 25th.
February 23 20, excuse me, February 25th, what year?
1836.
1836. So the father of the open top, the black powder percussion revolver, or the cap and ball revolver, like it's acclaimed, it was starting to be made in February 25th of 1826. 1836, excuse me. And then before that was the flintlock pistols, which you had to powder, ball, ramrod, ram, pull the ramrod out, stick it back. Then you would put a little bit of powder in the pan. You close the pan, and then you were good. When that hammer fell, when it fell on the side, it was on the side. It wasn't lined up with the cylinder like this one is here. And when it fell on the side, it would light that that flint. It was the flintlock. No, that was before that. That was the cap and ball muzzleloader pistols. And basically what that was you had a primer, and you would put a primer on that primer nipple, and when that hammer flew forward, that primer nipple would light that gunpowder on fire, and it would ignite the powder, and it would send out that round shot. Before that was the father of the cap and ball muzzleloader, the percussion cap and ball, was the flintlock. And basically what you had was you had the flint that hit the frizzen, and when it hit it would hit that frizzen. It would hit that frizzen would go forward, and that flint would scratch against that the frizzen itself, and it would go into the powder pan, and the outside powder would go inside and ignite. So the outside powder was ignited. It would go inside and ignite the inside powder, and then that powder would ignite, and it would send your round ball out the end of the muzzle. And that particular one of the more famous flintlocks is the Pennsylvania rifle, or the Kentucky rifle. Is there another name for that rifle?
I don't know.
Don't
I'll
know.
have to look it up.
It was used in the battle, I believe, in the Battle of New Orleans, and it was used by hunters. I believe it was used by a few hunters on Bunker Hill in the Revolutionary War. So the son is the 1873 Colt Peacemaker. The father is the 1871 to 73 open top. Then the black powder cap and ball revolvers was the first ones that were made were February 25th of 1836. I'm getting that right. Then so the grandfather of the Colt Peacemaker was the cap and ball. So it must be father, grandfather. So the great-great-grandfather of the Colt Peacemaker 1873 was the flintlock pistols, where you had to turn the muzzle up. You know, you put your powder, you put your round ball, you ram, you pull your ramrod out, and you seat it back down. And then what you would do is you would push down, and a little bit of powder would come out in the powder pan, and you would close the frizzen, and you would rock that flint back, that hammer that had the flint back, and then now you were ready to hunt, or hunt for animals, or hunt for redcoats, or at the time the French were prevalent in the colonies, renegade Indians, stuff of that nature. So, interesting little history lesson, and you guys have a great day.